Hi everybody, welcome to this Verbling class today. Our class today is on a speaking class and our topic is our favourite quotes. So do come along and join us. If you have a really sort of favourite quote or maybe a collection of quotes that you absolutely love, that you kind of look at when you're going through a difficult time, that inspire you, that help you think about things differently maybe, then come and share it with us today. And we're going to talk about our favourite quotes together. I'm going to provide some quotes for you guys too, and we'll take it in turns to share and discuss the various quotes that we come up with. Who said these things, what do we know about them, and what do we understand by them? So it should be an interesting class. You'll have a chance to practice your speaking, and it's an intermediate to advanced level class, so do come along in and join us. Before we get started, I'd just like to give you a couple of hints about some useful pages that you can have a look at here on Verbling. So I'm going to post them both into the chat box. The first one that you're going to see there is my Verbling teacher Facebook page. So if you would like to connect with any of the teachers on Facebook, this is a great way to keep in touch with us, to just sort of keep an eye on what's going on, and you can obviously write us messages or comment on anything that we put on our pages, just like Facebook, and with a different theme. So it's a really great way to sort of informally keep an eye on what's going on. However, if you would like some sort of more definitive information, so you're interested in what's going on here on Verbling, but you do want to find out a little bit more about one of the teachers, for example, then you can go to their Verbling teacher page, and that's the second link that you'll see there in the chat box. Each of the teachers has one of these. If you click on that link there, you'll be taken to my Verbling teacher page, and what you'll find are several things. The first of which is my schedule. So that's including both my classes, which is what we're doing now. This is a class where lots of students can come in and we talk about something specific, which is pre-planned, usually has a theme of one of the language areas, and today obviously we're doing speaking. So if you're interested in a particular teacher's classes, then you can find all of these on their Verbling teacher page. And if you click on the blue follow button, then you can be automatically notified. So you can receive notifications letting you know when the next class from that teacher is coming up, and you can book a slot so that you don't miss out. You'll also see the schedule of the teachers, which includes their private tutoring slots, and that's something that might be of interest to you if you'd like to have a one-on-one session with any teacher. So do go and check out the timetable, and it's quite straightforward to book a slot through that. If you have any questions about any of this, then do please get in touch with us via the Verbling messaging feature and ask us a question. So with that all behind us, let's get started on today's class, which is our favourite quotes. And I'm going to say hello to Allah. Hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Allah. It's good to see you. Have you had a good weekend?
Thank you. Uh, yeah, some way a good weekend. Um, Nothing much special.
Nothing special or nothing
Yeah,
much or both? Nothing much, nothing special.
nothing special. Normal weekend.
A
Normal
normal
weekend.
weekend. Well,
Yeah.
me too, Allah, but sometimes it's quite nice to have a normal weekend.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah? And how's life in general? How's your studying going? How's your family?
Fine. I'm just still preparing, and yeah, I hope things are going in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope to do well in the exam. I'm not sure when I can decide to take it. But I really want to do it as soon as possible.
Okay. Sorry about that, Allah. I just muted Mustafa for a second. So could you repeat that last little bit? You're not sure
Yeah,
how it's going?
I hope I'm going in the right way, but I'm not sure. I still don't have the courage to decide when I can exactly do the exam, but I hope to do it as soon as possible. I want to maybe to catch the intake for the next year for universities
Absolutely.
for
Yeah, that would be.
applications. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, Allah. That would be. Well, I think at some point when you feel like, ooh, you're nearly there, maybe the best idea is just to book the exam, and then you've got that real push to get you studying really hard to get you through the actual thing. So, good luck for whenever you decide
Yeah.
to do it.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome to the class, and let's say hi to Mustafa. Hello, Mustafa. Sorry, I had to mute you because you had a lot of background noise, but you can unmute yourself now so you can say hi. No. Are you there? All right. Well, Allah. Oh, we'll say hello to David instead. How are you, David?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine.
Welcome
Thanks.
to the class. Good to see you.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah.
How has your studying been going? I haven't seen you for a little while.
What?
How has your studying been going?
Well, I think it's going well. I don't know.
Okay, that's good. If you think it's going well, then that's an excellent start, David. Have you got a specific goal that you're working towards? Because Allah was just reminding us that he's trying to take an exam soon. But if you just got an open English studying plan, or do you have an exam that you want to do, or?
Well, the university where I study will offer the TOEFL exam for free.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's free, I'm gonna take it. But
Excellent.
I don't know. I hope I will pass it. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. When is it?
It's not defined the date yet, but I think it will be in 2 months. I don't know.
All right. The date isn't set yet.
On Sat, yes.
All right. All right. Well, you'll have to let us know when it comes up, David. Let's see if we can say hello again to Mustafa. Are you there, Mustafa? You have to unmute your microphone and then say hi.
Hi.
Yay! Hello. How are you?
Um,
It sounds like you've got a bit of a dodgy connection, Mustafa.
Say again, please.
Mustafa, are you able to wear headphones, please?
I hear you. I hear.
Yes, but do you have headphones that you can wear? These things here. Two.
Understand.
Yeah.
Understand.
Okay. All
Now,
right. Well,
I'm new. My English is not good. Please, if speak any word incorrect, I'm sorry.
no problem. That's what a class is for.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, welcome to the class, Mustafa. Don't forget, just a reminder to everybody, if you can please wear headphones, it makes the class a lot clearer and quieter for everybody, so that we don't hear feedback.
Understand.
Okay, excellent. All right, so guys, we're going to start with talking about quotes today. So this literally is quite a wide topic. Has anyone got a quote with them that they would like to start off with? I'm going to ask you to type into the chat box so that we can read it, and then we're going to talk about it together. So, David or Allah or Mustafa, do any of you have a quote that you'd like to share with us?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I do, Mustafa. What we tend to do is to try to keep your microphone muted unless you want to speak, okay?
Understand.
All right. So if you're not speaking, mute. If you are speaking, unmute, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So, would anyone like to start us off? No?
No.
David or Allah, would you guys have anything that you'd like to start us off with?
About.
All right, first of all, why don't we just talk about what a quote actually is, okay? Because that's the title of today's class. So, who would like to give me a definition or explain to me what is a quote?
It's a
Go ahead,
It is
Allah.
a phrase or message.
A phrase or a message? Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
David.
it's taken from maybe a famous figure, and maybe it holds some meanings, maybe inspiration or something like that.
Absolutely. Okay, so inspiration or meaning or something like that. So, Allah or David, do you have any quotes that you, if these are in your own language, that's also absolutely fine. Maybe you can translate them for us. I think it's very interesting to share the types of things that kind of inspire you or that help you get through your life. So I'm a big fan of these. Just even sometimes reading somebody else's words helps you change your opinion or look at something differently or gives you like a breath of fresh air when you're having a bad day. Is there any quotes that you guys really like or have used in your life or have heard in your life that have helped you?
I really like quotes, and I read them from time to time, but they maybe inspire you or give you a positive maybe energy when you need. But unfortunately, I don't memorize everyone.
No, me
Yeah.
neither. Me neither, Allah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. They're not easy to remember, right? Sometimes they're worded very well. So remembering the
Yeah.
words isn't too
Yes.
easy. Okay, how about
Okay,
you, David?
I have one. Um, okay, if it's about motivation.
Okay.
Yeah, it says if you can dream it, you are halfway there, or something like that. If you
Okay,
can
excellent.
dream it, you are halfway there.
Do you know who said that, Allah? Anybody, or was it just
No,
a random one?
maybe random. Yeah.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a screen share because I think it's easier if we can look at these. So I've typed it there for you. All right, so thank you for sharing that, Allah. I'm going to ask David. David, what do you think of this? Is it true? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's very positive.
But
is.
can you? Yeah.
It is very positive message, and it is great. We
What does it?
need to have dreams.
Okay, so I agree. It's positive, absolutely. It says to us that we need to have dreams. I like that. What does it say about the dreams, though, David? Why does it say if you can dream it, you're halfway there? What does that actually mean?
Well, first you need to desire something, and if you desire a lot, you can struggle to get it, and maybe you can get it one day.
Absolutely. Okay.
If I desire a Ferrari, maybe I can save money, and maybe one day I can buy it. I don't know.
Yep, okay, good point. What's this thing about being halfway, though? Do you understand the term halfway? Can you explain what halfway is?
Yeah. It means you achieve a lot of thing in your way or to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Because I think, yeah, putting the goals is really difficult, or to have a clear vision for a goal or what you want to do, it's really difficult. So if you have a clear vision or dream, so you achieved maybe 50% of towards your goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Well explained. Thanks, Allah. So it's like saying, as you just said, the whole point of actually having the idea is half of the problem, and then all you have to do is achieve it, right? The easy part. All right, thanks, Allah. I'll just say hello to Amari. How are you doing?
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Welcome to the class, Amari. We're talking about our favorite quotes today.
About what? Sorry.
Our favorite quotes. Can you see on the screen? We've got a quote.
Ah, yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Yes, I got it.
So this is one of Allah's quotes that he just shared with us that he really likes. So I'm going to ask now. I'm going to ask David if he has one that he has got sort of a favorite. David, do you have a favorite quote?
There are many good quotes that I like. I'm trying to find one.
All right, you keep looking, and I'll ask
Okay.
Amari because he's only just got here. Amari, do you have any quotes that you really love that you remember throughout your life that help you or inspire you?
Quotes. I don't remember one right now.
It's quite, yeah, we were saying this before, it's quite tricky to actually remember, even though I think most of us have come across quotes that really inspired us at some point. All right, if you come up with one later, yeah, you thought of something?
Yes, teacher. Maybe I don't understand quotes. Quotes is something like an interview or something like that.
Yes, well, it can be interpreted in several ways. So, yes, it can be basically what somebody says. A quote is what somebody says. If you're talking about that person and you quote from them, it's that you're saying what they said and giving them credit for it.
Okay.
Right?
For example, last year when I worked in another company, I have a quote in my country, in Brazil, with all peoples there, like managers, because I was talking with them about the responsibilities or products or something like that. I loved because I get to travel by my company. So I think it's it.
Okay, that's sort of, yeah, you're looking at it from a different perspective. But yes, you're on the right lines. But today our class is really about famous quotes, right? And that
Okay.
means like things that people have said, like Shakespeare or Martin Luther King or maybe someone random.
Ah, okay, I have one.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King. I have a dream. It's very nice for me.
Okay, why do you like that one?
Because when he said I have a dream, it's emotional. Is how can I say in English? Maybe if you heard something like that, I have a dream. It's like I can do it. I can do anything.
Absolutely. So it gives you the power, it gives you inspiration, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, thanks for sharing that one. I think that's probably a very, very common one. And obviously that's the beginning of his whole speech, Amari. But I think all you need is those 4 words, right, to remember what it's all about.
Okay.
All right, so let's see if Mustafa, do you have any quotes that you like?
Really, I don't understand exactly what meaning tweet. For example, give me example if you can.
Okay, let me share one with you guys. This is actually in Latin, right? And have you ever heard of Carpe Diem?
No, I don't understand. Another example, if you can.
Okay. What we're talking about is basically famous things that people have said, right?
Famous things.
That people have said. I'll type it into the chat box. Here we go. Oh, that's really nice, and I'm trying to do big writing. Here we go. So a quote in this situation is something famous that people have said that is inspiring, encouraging, or helps you in some way. Okay?
In my opinion, I think any person you should famous talk or hear about famous thing. For example, if I want to study PhD,
Yep.
I remembered another person speak about PhD is good to improve your life and to improve your life for studying in I'm sorry to remember and studying and to improve your luxury to be rich.
Yes.
Be rich. I think any person, if you about 40 years old, 50 years old, you need inspiration and you need quit to complete to continue with his life. In my opinion.
Okay, I like that, Mustafa. I think that I can relate that to this class because if you think about it, all of us humans are having experiences all the time, right? And because there's so many of us and we've been around for a long time, it's probably impossible for anybody to have an experience that somebody else has never had. So when people are going through these experiences and they come up with things that help them with it, or they think about life and they come up with ideas that will help you with life, this is sort of like what we're talking about today. And some people are very eloquent, so they're able to put these kind of life advice into a nice sentence or a really, really succinct number of words. And that's what we're talking about today when we say quote. So they're sort of like very short sentences that have some kind of advice or inspirational message contained in them. So let me share one with you guys. This is Latin, but you can say it in English as well, and I'm sure you've heard this before. It's seize the day. Does anyone know or can kind of interpret what that actually means?
A teacher, maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe if you have a bad day and you say it when you have a bad day, seize the day, so you want to begin a new beginning or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's very close, Allah. Actually, it's sort of talking about making the most of every moment that you have. So it's not wasting time. It's like you wake up in the morning, grab the day, seize it with both hands, and use it to the best of your ability. Don't waste it. Don't let it go by without it being something important or something significant. So I find that really inspiring because, you know, sometimes you get into the swing of daily life and you don't really value things that are happening to you, or every day merges into one. What are your guys' experiences of that?
Very, very true, I think.
Do you have that experience as well, Allah? You don't notice
Yeah, when you're in life, you come to a moment you find that you are falling into a daily routine, and you can't go out of it. So yeah, you have to put maybe a daily goals or a short-term goals, so you can make benefits of your days and not just follow the routine.
Absolutely, exactly right, and that kind of inspires me because I think you get more out of your life if you're actually concentrating on it instead of just being like a zombie a bit, you know. Thanks, Ala. What about you, David? Have you found a quote yet that you like?
Yes, I found it.
Excellent. Would you share it with us,
I'll
please?
share you. That is it.
Excellent. I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'll just paste this into the document because I think it's a bit easier to see. Right, guys. So there we go. This is David. Could you read it out, please, for us, David?
Okay. The victim should have the right to end his life if he wants, but I think it would be a great mistake. However bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. While there is life, there is hope.
Great. Thanks, David. Why do you like this quote? What's important to you about it?
Because I like of Stephen Hawking, and they are making a movie about his life.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain to us who he is?
He's rich like you.
Yep. And what does he do? Who is he?
What?
Can you explain a bit more about who he is?
Okay, he is a physicist and he has a disease. I don't know much about his disease, but he lives in a wheelchair.
Yep.
And he's married.
Absolutely.
He has a beautiful history because that they are making a movie about him. And he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
All right, that's great. So he's also inspiring, I guess, because despite his disability, he's made a huge impact on the world, right?
Yes, a huge impact.
Yeah, and that in itself, to me, is quite inspiring, despite whether he says, like, great things or not. But this is a great quote. So why did you pick this particular quote, David?
Well, because it is true. Many people in the hard moments of his life try to kill themselves, and it is wrong. Even when you are sick, you need to be positive and try to do the better you can do.
Absolutely. And this is, I guess, because Stephen himself is disabled in some way. I'm not sure what it is either. Maybe we should look that up. But I think this makes it much more relevant, right? Because this is true. Like, this is actually what he's done with his life. So it's much more inspiring than just somebody saying, you know, however bad life may seem, there's always something you can do and succeed at. If you're a really healthy, fit person, it's easy to say that. But if you're a person who struggles with disabilities, then I think it's really inspiring. Thank you, David. I'll ask Omari what he thinks of this quote.
Okay. About this quote, I think yes, it's true, because if someone wants to end his life, his honor life, it's okay, because, for example, I like it, do what I love to do. So a lot of people or everybody can do what is. Oh my gosh, my bad English today, teacher. I don't know.
No, you're doing great, Omari. Keep going.
Yes, you understand me?
Yes.
Okay, that's great, teacher. I think each person has a right to end his life when someone wants. It's my opinion.
When what, Omari?
For example, if I wanted to end my life, yes, it's my right, I think. So each person has your honor right.
his own right to end his life. So you're looking at this particular part here, and you agree with this guy, Stephen, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that? What if I said to you, I'll play the devil's advocate and say, life is sacred, so you should not end your own life at any point. What would you say to me?
Could you repeat it, teacher? I don't know what happened with me today because I'm lost. But could you repeat, please?
Sure. Imagine that I am opposing your opinion. Okay. Imagine I disagree with you, and I'll say to you, Amari, I disagree because I think life is sacred, and you should never end it. Right? No matter how bad. What would you say to me? Because you obviously disagree with that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I understand. I may think about it, but oh my gosh, it's difficult.
Yeah, it is very
Uh,
difficult.
I don't know what I say, but I think I give you an example. For example,
Okay.
if someone took something from you, I think you doesn't like what happens. So okay, I think oh my gosh. Yeah, that's it, teacher. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well done, Amari. Good try. That was is a very complicated topic. And David's quote brings up two kind of important things. So you focused on the other one, which was really well done. I think what you mean, Amari, if I can help you a little bit, is that if somebody is going through something really, really, really terrible, like they're going to die, but maybe not for a long time, and they are not able to do anything, like maybe they can't really have a proper life because they're disabled so badly that they can only lie still in bed or something, then they should be able to end their life if they want to. Is that kind of what you mean?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, that's all right. I know that's very difficult to explain these kind of hypothetical situations, but well done. All right, Deniz, I'm not sure how to say your name, but hello.
Hello, it's me. It's Deniz. You are right.
Deniz.
Yes.
Okay, welcome to the class, Deniz. It's nice to meet you. I'm Amy.
Thank you. I'm Deniz. Okay.
Deniz, we're talking about our favourite quotes today,
Yes,
and we've discussed it. Are you following us?
For now on, yes. It's just
All right.
I'm just arriving, as you see.
Yes, no problem. And I'll ask you in a moment, Deniz, if you have a quote that you would like to share with us.
Yes, I will. I was looking for a quote that I like it very much, but just a second, I need to find where is it.
No problem.
Okay.
All right. So
Just a second.
we'll come back to you in a moment, Deniz, and I'm going to ask Allah. Allah, what do you think of this one that David has given us?
Yeah, I think it's true. It says that there is no absolute bad things or no absolute bad life, or bad situations are not permanent. So there is maybe a time that bad situation will change or will end, or you can change this bad situation, or you can have an experience from that maybe struggle or bad life. As the idiom says, every cloud has a silver lining. So
Mm-hmm.
so if you are in bad situation, you can at least you can learn from it, or you can have a good or experience for the future.
Absolutely. Do you think, Allah, that is, I'm going to use another idiom here. Do you think that's easier said than done?
Easier
what-
said than
And done. Do you
than
understand
done.
what I mean by that?
Yeah. Really, it's always easier to say than real act. Yeah, in every maybe in every daily life, or if, whatever you intend to do, it's easier to sit and talk. But actions, yeah, the hard thing is the action. But you can train yourself. It, yeah, at least you can train yourself not to. I don't like or the idea if we are in a problem to be desperate or it's the end of life. No, really you can learn from it and you can look for the good things and you can work to change it, even
All
if it's
right.
bad.
So that kind of reminds me of another one that has inspired me as well. I want to share that with you because you've just brought it to my attention, Allah. And that's this. You guys see that? So it's life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
You agree with that?
Yeah. For example, maybe if you are angry or you are in your house and you start to shout or maybe you come in a conflict with your with wife or with children. So actually you the one who made your days bad or so your reaction that makes it bad or good.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is really true.
I found.
All right, Denise, I'll come back to you in just a sec. If you can
Okay.
just keep your microphone on mute because we can hear a lot of background noise from you. Thanks. Okay, so we'll come to you in just a moment. Yeah, this one I think is just so true, but it's sometimes hard to remember when something happens to you that you think is bad, and it can start off this kind of feeling of emotions that you have, and then but without realizing, you can end up either making the situation a lot worse for yourself or a lot better, and it all depends on how you react. Let's see if David agrees with that or not. What do you think, David?
Yes, I agree.
Have you ever had this experience that you can think of?
I don't know if I can say that I have this experience, but it is sometimes something happens to two different people, and when people make that thing the end of the world, and the other people don't care about that,
Yeah.
and the people who doesn't matter about
Yeah.
about the bad things of their life
Mhm.
tends to have a better life, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I so agree with you, David. And nice English there. That was a tricky sentence. I think what you mean is the people for whom bad things don't matter tend to have a better life, right? Just check out the chat box because that was a tricky one. And also, the word over-dramatize springs to mind, right? Those people who over-dramatize situations are the people who go, oh my God, you know, instead of like, okay, well, this isn't ideal, but ... Amari, what do you think? Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it.
Yes, teacher. I found me right now in class. Okay, life is 10% what's happened to me and 90% how I react to it. Yes, I agree with that because, for example, when I was living in Brazil, I have had a simple life there because I just think I enjoy a lot of things and stay with my friends, take a drink or something like that. But I decided to change my life because I think, oh my gosh, the world is big and I can find a lot of things in the world. So I wanted to know different cultures. Okay, however, so right now I changed it by Brazil by Mexico, and
Yeah.
I am learning every day English and other things in Mexico or others language projects or something like that.
Mhm.
So I think my reaction in my life is very well. So I agree with that because I am working to do um, my life well or something like
Excellent. That's really nice to hear.
sometimes I forgot that word or I don't know what happened today, teacher.
Don't worry, it
That's
happens to all
okay.
of us, Amari. We have good and bad days where our brains aren't working too well. I'm working to improve my life is probably the easiest way of saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah? Or maybe I'm working on improving my life. Something like that.
Want to improve my life. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
All right, thanks, Amari. Let's ask Denise, what quote would you like to share with us?
Okay, I'm sending to you the code right
Excellent.
now.
Thank
And
you.
you can put
Okay,
for
I'll put
everybody.
this. There we go. Can you read it for us, please?
Yes, they are playing a game. They are playing and not playing a game. If I show them I see they are, I shall break the rules and I will punish me. And they will punish me, sorry. I must play their game of not seeing I see the game.
Oh my goodness me. This is a tongue twister. Okay, why did you choose this quote?
Because I think that all time people are playing a game, but we cannot say that they are playing that game, because if we say they are playing that game, we are breaking the rules. so, so we must say that we are not seeing that they are playing the game and we are playing the game. So it's sorry.
Now, if we weren't confused at the beginning of this lesson, we sure are now, right, guys?
I think it's very funny, but very true. You see,
Very true.
yeah. Can I say very true? No.
Absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. It's very real because we need to all time playing these kind of games if we want to survive. You understand what I mean?
Absolutely. And you're talking about life, right? The kind of
Yes.
game of life, yeah?
Yes. Of course, the place where you work, for instance, the games that you understand that the other guys are playing, but you cannot say they are playing the games, etc. It's very important to have a social life. I
Mm-hmm.
think we must follow this rule. That's why I think that it's very interesting. So that's,
Yeah.
I read this quotation. Well, no, this is not. This is a part of it, a part of the book. It is the first thought of a book
Mm-hmm.
wrote by this guy, and
Written, yep.
yeah, and I thought it was very interesting. So that's why I bring over. No, I take for this. Take for this. How can I say to bring
You,
to
the
to bring?
class, yeah.
Yes, bring the class. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And
Okay.
have you read the whole book there,
No,
Denise?
no.
Not yet.
I stay in the first page.
I'm not surprised if this is the first page.
Yeah, because I saw, and I'm thinking about first page until now.
All right,
So
well,
far.
this is going to last you the rest of your life, I think.
Probably, because if the rest of the book has this kind of quality,
Exactly.
because these words makes us thinking.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, that's why. I
Do
take
you
it.
think? Sorry, Miguel. I wanted to ask
Yes,
you.
sorry, but let me explain. My name is Dinis Miguel.
Aha, that's right.
My first name is Dinis, but in sometimes in the internet I use Miguel. Just Don't
Don't get confused.
don't get me wrong. Don't be, and I use all the time this picture. I think that you are seeing this picture.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Marcel Duchamp playing against this woman because it's a very interesting. Because I like to play chess and I'm working in a School of Arts and Marcel Duchamp was very important for me. That's why, and I wrote 3 or 4 papers about this image, so that's why I'm using all the time. But don't get me wrong again. And I don't understand. But it's strange because I know why this picture is appearing. Because I enter with Facebook, it's not normal. I usually to enter with my normal name. That's why. Sorry, I make a mistake here. That's why.
No problem, Miguel or Deniz.
Yes.
We'll call you Deniz, okay? Because that's the one we get to first.
Yes, it's my first name. Yes, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. It's a really fascinating one. I'm going to ask Allah, what do you think of this one that Deniz has shared with us?
Teacher, I'm not sure that I got the true meaning or the meaning of that quote. But is it about you have to ignore many things in your life, so life will go on? Is it like this?
It's a good point, Allah. Let's have a look at it carefully because I'm sure that this is probably battling. Everyone else is thinking the same. So what it's talking about, I'm guessing here, and do feel free to interrupt me, Deniz, if you have a different interpretation. But I believe that it's talking about life. Okay, so when it says they, I guess he's referring to other people in life. And the fact that the other people, if you choose an area of life like business or social, and look at the other people who are around you, then it's like that everybody is playing a game. But at the same time, they're pretending that they're not playing a game, right? So it's as if they are playing at not playing a game. So it's a bit of a confusing sentence, that one. Then what he says is his reaction. So if he says, if I show these other people that I can see that they are playing a game, then that breaks the rules because you're not supposed to admit that it's a game. And then they'll punish him by maybe rejecting him or something. So he says at the end of this that you have to play the game of life and pretend that you're not actually seeing the rules of the game, that it's actually real.
May I add one thing? Yes, I think it's perfect to understand politician, for instance, for politics.
Okay, that's a great example, Deniz. Thank you. Okay. So if you think about politics, that's a really good one to kind of get your head around it.
Yes.
Okay, Allah, does that make a little bit more sense?
And if you think about the child that tell the truth to the king, I don't know the name. I don't know I don't know the idiom in English. But do you know the story that the young child that said that the king is naked?
Yes, the emperor's new clothes. Absolutely.
Yes. This is the same because the child doesn't know the rules and break the rules.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Deniz is referring to the story which we call the Emperor's New Clothes in English. I don't know what you probably have this story in your own languages.
Yes, this is the title. Yes.
Absolutely, it's a really good example. Thanks, Deniz. Allah, are you familiar with this story?
I'm not sure.
Let me briefly explain to you guys what happens in it. There's basically an emperor or a king, and people all around tell him that these amazing weavers are coming to his town. And the weavers are actually tricksters, like robbers or thieves or something. And they pretend that they've got this really, really special, high-quality, important, expensive cloth, and that they're making the king an outfit from the cloth. But the cloth is invisible, so you can't actually see it, and it's not real. But they make the king believe that it's real. And then the king ends up going on a parade with no clothes on, right? He goes naked. But all of the people, they don't want to appear stupid, so they all pretend that they can see the clothes, and they all go, wow, it's amazing. And then one kid goes, the king is naked! That's the point of this quote, right? Have you heard that story before?
Yeah, we have this story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I understand a little bit. So there is many fake things around us. You may know that it's fake, but you have to pretend that you don't know or you don't see these.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly right. All right, let's see what David thinks. David, have you come across this experience before in your life?
I don't know if it means an experience. I think I didn't understand well the situation.
Join us all, David. It's a very difficult one to get your head around. Have you heard of this story, The Emperor's New Clothes, before?
No, never.
All right, well, that's your homework, David. You should read it. You'll be able to find it on the internet. It's short, but it's a good one. It's like a fairy tale, and it explains this quote pretty well, or at least the nearest that we can get. So do go ahead, see if you can read that after class and have a think about it, okay?
Okay.
Have you ever had the experience, David, where you felt that in some area of your life there's a lot of game playing? What I mean by game playing is like lots of rules and lots of stupid stuff that you have to do just because you've got to stay in with the crowd, or that's what people do. And politics is like a really good example of this because there's a lot of game playing in politics. But have you ever felt that you've done that in your life, David, or is there anywhere, like maybe at work or?
Well, I think there are things like that for many people in many situations.
Yeah.
Maybe in the job,
Mhm.
in the school,
Yep.
in the church.
Yep. Absolutely. Good examples. All right. Thank you. Let's see what Amari thinks. Amari, I want to ask you a question. Do you kind of follow what we're talking about? Are you understanding the vague sense of this?
Yes, teacher, I understand.
All right. In that case, I want to ask you, why do you think humans do this? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do you think we have this game playing?
Yes, for example, the good example is politics. But
Yep.
for example, they are playing a game. For example, a lot of people to do the same all the time,
Yep.
and they are playing and not playing a game. So, for example, one example. I am learning English every time, and my boss told me you needed to play this game. You needed to learn this language because you needed to do something in your job. Oh yes, of course. I may play this game, but this game is about my position. I needed to hold my position in that company.
Yeah.
If I show them, I see they are. I show break their rules, and they will push me. If I stop the play the game, if I stop to learn English,
Yep.
my level in English is not growing. So
Yep.
my boss will see my level stopped. So what happened? Push me. So I needed to play that game. Of not seeing, I see the game. So I needed to learn English. I needed to see the game because it's my position. It's about my life. It's about my things. Yes.
Yeah. Amari,
I
that's a
think
great example.
yes. I think my English is woke up.
It's being
Some-
woken up. Ah!
Yes, teacher. Sometimes I am too lost. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So
So,
I'm
right.
working. I am in the office right now. So I got 1 hour. So I think, oh my gosh, I try to improve my English.
All right. Well, congratulations, because we've really had a difficult discussion today. I didn't know what kind of quotes you guys were going to bring, but it's been very good. It's stretched all of us. So especially thank you to Denise for giving us that last one. And we all
Welcome.
need a coffee now, right? But it certainly makes you think. And well done to all of you, because this kind of discussion is one of the most difficult things to talk about in your own language, let alone another language.
Yes.
What I want to point out is just check out the chat box, okay? Because what I have been doing is typing any corrections or sentences in there which are worth remembering or possibly particularly tricky. And if you do want to find out a little bit more about that quote that Denise shared, then go and find The Emperor's New Clothes. It's a great story. And you'll enjoy that. You can read it in about 10 minutes. So thanks, everyone, for coming. It's been a pleasure sharing your quotes with you today. I hope to see you all again soon.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right,
Thank
bye,
you.
Thank you,
guys.
teacher.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.